You know, if there's one thing that pisses me off more than anything else, it's being pissed off at Christmas time. I mean, seriously, I should not be this pissed off at Christmas time. Why'd you do this to me, Nickelodeon? Why? You've made so many good holiday specials over the years. So why is it, when it came to the most humble fucking show on your network, you completely fucked it up? I'm not wasting any more of my holiday on this. Roll the damn episode! We open up with all the kids playing hockey on a frozen lake. While everyone is chasing the pine cone. Seriously? No one has a fucking hockey puck? BB's fucking loaded and she couldn't be bothered to pick one up? Okay, if I'm gonna pick apart every little detail that pisses me off, we'll be here until New Year's. Anyway, while everyone chases the pine cone, Porkchop slides over to an area marked thin ice. Gee, I wonder if this is going to go anywhere. The pine cone gets knocked over to the thin ice and BB goes to get it. Hi, does she not see the big ass cracks in the ice or the big fucking hole? Porkchop sees BB head over to the thin ice and rushes after her but gets ignored. Now being a protective dog, Porkchop is left with no other option but to bite and drag her away from the ice. After everyone sees this, they immediately jump to conclusions.
Porkchop, bad dog!
Again, does no one notice the big ass hole in the ice? We then cut to Doug disciplining Porkchop.
Don't bite people, even if it is BB.
I don't remember Doug having anything against BB. Stop fucking with characters. Porkchop tries to explain himself, but Doug just blows it off. What's dumb about this is that there have been episodes where Porkchop has done this charades communication, and Doug understands him. So why doesn't he understand him now? Continuity? What the fuck is that? We then cut to the former mayor, who is now running a radio station.
And here's my secret. Just make sure you marinate the cocktail weenies in grape jelly first.
Oh my, that does sound delicious.
No, it doesn't.
It's the mayor's recipe.
Well, the mayor's an idiot. Another caller comes on and talks about what happened to BB. The mayor reacts, and then the scene just abruptly ends so we can go to the mall. Dude, I'm starting to get Martian flashbacks. At the mall, we get a brief moment of Doug and Judy shopping, and 20 seconds later, they're in the car on the way home. Dude, this is even worse than the Martians. Doug gets home to find an angry mob outside of his house and Porkchop in chains, so to speak. Dude, don't you guys think that's a little overboard? He's a dog, not Hannibal Lecter. Also, look at this crowd. There's police, angry people, and tons of press. Is this town so boring that the top news story is girl gets bit by dog? I live in the middle of fucking Kansas and there's more to do out here. The mayor shows up and completely assassinates his character.
Bluffington are safe from this brutal trained killing machine.
The mayor has always been kind of a joke about politics. He's always saying, vote for me. When things get rough, he would always crumble under the pressure. And yeah, there was the time he tried to use his influence to get his son elected treasury of the student council, but that was the worst of it. Until he decides to take what this town considers a tragedy, again, really fucking boring town, and spin it to make it look even worse, just so he can play hero for the slightest chance of getting his job as mayor back. Doug's family tries to sort this out. Doug's dad thinks Porkchop is innocent, his mom is skeptical, and Judy...
Wouldn't hurt a flea.
To think, a raving mad lunatic dog living right under our roof. Judith!
is a bitch. Doug gets a letter from Mr. Bluff saying that they're going to press charges against Porkchop. The funnies decide that their best option is to start a petition because that's creative. So how does that go?
No, I don't want to be mixed up in this mess.
On the news.
Oh, sorry.
This is supposed to be a happy time. This is not happy.
Yeah, you guys really know how to show that Christmas spirit. And you know what? It immediately gets worse.
Thanks to the effort of Bluffington's former Mayor White, the mad dog is in custody here in the city's pound.
Due process? What the fuck is that? Doug goes to try to talk to BB, but runs into Mr. Bluff and tries to explain the situation to him.
Sorry, it's no use, son. I just don't like dogs. They don't have any money. They don't even know what money is.
Fuck you! You're gonna kill this kid's innocent dog without looking into anything just because you don't like dogs? You know what, Mr. Bluff? You just earned a spot right under Brian Griffin on my characters I want to see burn list. We then cut to what I can only assume is Doug's thinking process, where he talks to his fantasy characters about how to break Porkchop out of prison. His options are to use superpowers, beat up the guards, or use gadgets. Since gadgets are the only not stupid option, Doug decides to go talk to the Sleeches for help.
During Christmas break, we have worked out many devices here in our father's bakery that combine the delicious flavor of holiday baked goods with state-of-the-art weapons technology.
Well, I don't want to hurt anybody. I just want to make a clean getaway.
Then this is all we have.
I'm a little worried about the future of those two. Doug goes to the pound to break out Porkchop, and this is by far the most depressing pound I have ever seen. It looks more like a medieval dungeon than a pound. Doug gets caught before he can do anything and gets thrown out, which made the last 5 minutes completely pointless. The next day we go to the trial.
Look, Dave, I'm missing my office Christmas party. Can we make this short?
Call me Your Honor, Bill. And don't worry, we'll be out of here in no time.
Wow, Bluff, you really want that #1 spot on my list. It's only after the trial has started that Doug actually tries to listen to Porkchop, again begging the question, why the fuck did you not listen to him in the first place? They call BB to the stand, and while she gives her testimony, she keeps trying to say it's not that bad, but her own lawyer keeps blowing her off. On top of that, they don't give the defense any time to bring their case to the court, because nobody knows what the fuck due process is. Doug tries to get the judge to listen to him.
About to haul this entire... Please, Your Honor. May I remind you, young man, that it is Christmas Eve. We all have families waiting.
Dude, I don't care if you're missing your daughter's coronation as queen of the fucking planet. You're a fucking judge. Do your job. I know Mr. Bluff has paid off everyone in this courtroom, so congratulations, you purple piece of shit. You earned that #1 spot on my list. You actually made it possible to hate you more than Brian fucking Griffin. Doug gets his big moment and talks about the good Porkchop has done for people. And the people he points out are the same people who refused to sign his petition. He even helped the judge's daughter fucking walk again after an accident. Dude, a lot of you owe him so much, you should be licking his ass for him. So we cut back to the lake, and the sign is still fucking there! How? How the fuck did every single person in this town miss that? Can no one read? So these fucking morons let this girl on crutches go back onto the ice next to the big fucking hole. I know I keep bringing this up, but for the love of Neptune, this whole town is fucking retarded. BB falls through the ice and Porkchop dives in to save her. Damn, for a small dog, he's fucking strong. So Porkchop's name is cleared, and Mr. Bluff, trying to cover his own ass, throws a big party for all the dogs at the pound.
'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la.
'Tis the season to shut the fuck up. It's incredibly rare that any piece of media genuinely pisses me off. It's easy to embellish and exaggerate when talking about some of these shows, but I can say with 100% no bullshit that this is the worst Christmas special of my childhood. The setup is just depressing. The people suck. Mr. Bluff needs to die in a fire. Entire sections of this episode are pointless. And to top it off, there's absolutely no reason this should have been a Christmas episode. Having it be Christmas time does absolutely nothing to help the plot. You could remove everything that is Christmas related from this episode and it would still work. It would suck, but at least it wouldn't piss all over the holidays. Finally, I can enjoy what's left of my holiday. Where's my fucking cocoa?